Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. So, today we have some more scrap for you. And we have a full load right here. So, there's a bunch of different pieces in here. There's, all steel, basically. But there's also a couple ice machines in there, those blue things in the middle. We did receive a few of those from a local business. A couple of them were damaged, so Mr. Walt fixed another one, so he was able to swap out parts for it. But yeah, either way, it still gets recycled, and that's a good thing about scrapping. And we want to say a big thank you to our member, Amy Gaines. We really do appreciate your support. Thank you so much. And Mr. Bolt was able to use a tripod and get a little different view for you guys today. And let us know in the comments if there's any other scrappers out there. We would love to hear from you guys. So like the title of the video is how to make money from dumpsters, scrapping, just in general, dumpster diving. Basically, the way we do it is we do donate a lot. We donate clothes, shoes, toys, home goods, different stuff like that. But we do make money from our scrap. So Mr. Walt goes out sometimes multiple times a day, several times a week. And then we also have a couple local businesses that help out with some scrap too. So they will call Mr. Walt up, let him know when they have a load, and he will go and pick it up. So that's also an option too. And if you guys have any businesses like that nearby, maybe you can let them know. They can tell you, when they have scrap to pick up. So we like to, of course, go for the non-ferrous, but the steel, as you can see, it does add up, so we have been getting a lot of weight with that as well. So what Mr. Walt will do too is that he'll put some of the lighter items out, and then more heavy items like towards the trailer, so that way there's guys that check it and they're able to see. Because sometimes they don't see, a stack of rotors or some real dense, heavy items, so that's usually how he does his scrapping. And then he'll kind of break stuff down too, if there's stuff that's worth separating, he'll take the aluminum and, different stuff out from that. But it really just depends on you and how you like to do it. Some people like to just take it straight to the scrapyard, dump it, and they get their money. You can set up, maybe some totes and then just go through stuff and clean it up a little bit while you have time. But there's a lot of stuff that can also be resold. So if you check out, eBay, and also on YouTube, there's many videos on how to sell on eBay. So that's something that you can do as well, because there's a lot of parts and things that are thrown away that can still be used and sold. You can make money from that. And once you, practice with it, it gets easier. Like before we started with this, I had never even sold anything on eBay. So now I kind of know more about packaging and different things like that and how to price stuff. You know, just because you find it in here doesn't mean that, you know, you can't sell something, you know. It's not stealing, you know, it's thrown away. People have thrown it in the trash. So, you know, where we are at, dumpster diving is legal. So, you know, we can find stuff from the dumpster and keep it or sell it. But there's a lot of stuff that can still be used. So, and a lot of these business owners as well, they have even, you know, told Mr. Volt thank you, because he's actually clearing more space for them because they have to pay for this service of, you know, of the dumpsters. So they have, you know, specifically told him, like, thank you for taking stuff. And, you know, what they have an issue with is people illegal dumping, because it makes a mess and then they have to pay for the dumpsters for someone else to come and use it. So that's their main issue. So that's why, like, if someone leaves a comment on here that we're stealing, no. We're not stealing, because it is thrown away. And we even have permission from a lot of these places, so that's a good thing too. Because even this business that we work with, that you know, we've mentioned on here before, you know, we'll buy distillers from them and resell those. So they even told Mr. Volt too, like, that they were watching him, like, from the beginning before he, you know, introduced himself to them, and they had said thank you, like, for not making a mess. And they said, honestly, like, we would never have offered help, like, with the items if they had seen that he was making a mess or breaking things, like, you know, in the area, disrupting the businesses. So always, you know, keep that in mind when you're dumpster diving, because that business, that they have been a huge help for us. Like, you know, we make some money from scrapping, but, you know, the stuff that we've been able to get from them has been a huge help. So again, we want to give a big thank you. You know, and the whole thing with, you know, the YouTube is, like, you know, we want to share stuff that we find, but also, like, help out people that, you know, maybe they need extra money to pay rent or bills for food. You know, 'cause it's not that you have to get the food from dumpster diving. You know, we find stuff that, you know, grocery stores will throw out that are still good, that are still cold, and, you know, we check everything. But for other people, you know, maybe they're able to scrap, you know, or make a little extra money from this. Because there's a lot of brass and copper, you know, you get really good money. Cables, you just cut the ends off. There's different categories of cables as well too, so you kind of have to know that part. So there's some that have a lot more copper in them. I mean, every scrapyard is different, but for the most part, they have about like 3 levels of the wire, and then there's, you know, just the bare bright copper. But yeah, there's all kinds of different ways that you can clean it up. You know, but if you are able to, you do, you know, have the time to do that. Like I said, there's eBay, there's Amazon. With Amazon, we started out with books. So pretty much like textbooks and just books in general. We started selling those. But eBay is good because you can sell a lot of used things. they have a lot of like industrial parts and different things that you can sell. Like I even saw a listing. Someone sold like hundreds of these like screwdriver caps, like the little handle part. So I guess, yeah, maybe the screwdriver broke and then they needed to replace the part. But eBay, I'm telling you, you can find a lot of stuff on there. So, and then just, you know, look stuff up. Remember we were showing these thermostats before. So there was a local business that was throwing out like these smart thermostats and stuff. And Mr. Volt took them. You know, they looked expensive, but we weren't sure. So, you know, we went back and then, yeah, it turns out that these thermostats were selling on eBay for $400 used. So we listed like a lot, like it's probably like around 10 to 15 of these thermostats. And we put in an auction because we really didn't know how to price them. You know, we saw that they were selling. But yeah, someone had sent us a message asking us if we can close the auction and then just sell it to them for $1,100. So yeah, we were surprised at that one. But that person ended up buying multiple lots from us because they work with those thermostats and they know how to fix it. So they were able to take all these like non-working thermostats, fix them, and then they resold it for a profit. So there's so much out there. Unfortunately, we don't find those thermostats anymore because that was actually a good help. But that company, they moved, so we weren't able to find them after that. Although Mr. Volt did find a scrapper, and he noticed that the scrapper was throwing away, like scrapping these thermostats. So he told him, he said, you know, you can make a lot of money with those. They're, you know, they're worth more. Don't throw them away. Don't scrap them. You know, if you don't sell, you know, if you want it, we can buy them from you. Like Mr. Volt offered him like, I don't know, I think it was like around $300 or $400 for like a bunch of these thermostats. So yeah, the man was supposed to let Mr. Volt know, but we never heard back after that. But hopefully he's able to, you know, sell them too and at least make something from that. But there's a lot of things that, you know, you just wouldn't expect. And that's why we like to hear from you guys too, because I mean, we don't see the same thing every time we go, but we know spots that will throw away like certain items. So we, you know, go for those places. But we like to hear from our viewers as well because, you know, there's people in different states, even different countries, that they dumpster dive, they scrap, and there's different things that they find. So that's why, like, if, you know, let us know in the comments your best finds, your weirdest finds. We have a few viewers who will, you know, occasionally they'll put in the comments stuff that they found. And it's awesome because there's like so many people out there that are saving, you know, all the stuff from the landfill. You know, and even our viewers who are not able to dumpster dive anymore, you know, we want to give a shout out to you guys too, because we know that there's a lot of people out there that are disabled or just not able to dumpster dive or scrap anymore like they used to, but they still enjoy watching the videos and, you know, seeing what's still out there, you know. And we want to say a big thank you to you guys, because I mean, like, literally you guys are keeping us out there, you know, watching the videos, you know, supporting the channel. That's why we say, like the video, because it helps us, it brings the videos out more, so we're able to keep doing this. So, you know, don't ever think that you're not helping, you know, just by watching. You are. Like, I guess it's like, in, you know, in your own way, like, it's really supporting. So, you know, not just ours, but just in general, because there's other divers out there too that do this. You know, we're not the only ones. But, you know, we love it. We love finding, you know, all kinds of stuff. Like, there's so many things that are new. You know, as you can see in the, you know, in the videos too, we find a lot of stuff that's brand new, still in the packaging. Stuff that's used or broken, we try to fix it. Sometimes we're able to, sometimes we're not. So for the most part, you know, we take pretty much whatever we can. We take, you know, the non-ferrous, we take steel, we take sellable items. Occasionally we'll take wood. We do have someone that we'll save that for. Not every time we're able to, but sometimes. A couple of our viewers also mentioned about Habitat for Humanity, and I think that's a great place too. Like, you know, you find building materials, stuff like that. I'm sure they can probably use it. Maybe check and see if you have a local one, because we do have one that's not too far from us. And I think you can just, you know, search up online and it'll give you locations. Because a lot of these, like, industrial places, they'll throw out, like, stuff that can be reused. Or even if you want to use it for a project for yourself, you know, that's good too. Saves you some money and also saves stuff from the landfill. And of course, you know, when I'm talking over here, there's times where I'm wrong about something, so feel free to leave it in the comments. Like, if you see something that we missed, or if I, like, misidentified it, and yeah, go ahead and correct me. Because there's things that, like, Mr. Volt will go through and try to take whatever he can from the dumpsters, but there's times where he misses something or he doesn't know what that item is, so he might not take it. And then we have, like, viewers, like, saying, like, oh, you left that part, and Mr. Volt sees the video later. There's times that he wants to go back and see if it's still there. He's done that a couple times too. And the same thing for me, like, I'm watching these videos and sometimes it's like the first time seeing it. I don't know what everything is, especially all these tools and stuff like that. But that's why we like to have our viewers who can let us know as well. And if Mr. Volt does show something that he like takes apart, like microwaves or just other parts, usually it's like dishwashers. He's done that before too, but usually it's like for the video to kind of show you how to take it apart. He'll take his time at the dumpsters if he's able to, but he usually doesn't take stuff apart on, on the spot, not to, disrupt the businesses. But even like I mentioned about the microwaves, you can take that in and just dump the whole thing as steel. Or if you want to take it apart, you can. I mean, there's other bits and pieces in there that have copper and different stuff, but for the most part, I mean, we can just dump it as steel. We have parted some brand new microwaves out, that had issues like maybe a cracked door, but they were brand new. Because we have a business, local business that we used to get microwaves from as well. So there's things like that where we had sold the magnetrons from the microwaves. We sold like the plugs, different parts from microwaves that were broken, that people were looking to replace parts. So there's that option too, but it takes a little bit longer, and you have to know how to part it out and deal with the whole listing selling thing. But that's another way you can make money too. We've seen eBay stores that it's all microwave parts. So there's different shops, different stores that they specialize in one area. We try to do that, but honestly we find so many different things it's hard just to stick to one type of item when you dumpster dive. And let us know too if you guys sell on eBay or Amazon. I mean, you don't have to put what it is that you sell, but yeah, we kind of be curious about that. If there's other people on here that, will sell stuff too. And we did recently get our trailer. Not recently, we've had it for a little while now. But before that we were using the car, so even if you're new to this and you don't have a big vehicle, there's a lot of scrappers that we see too that they use a car, bike, or even not shopping carts, those grocery carts, the foldable ones. We see a lot of people walking with those too, like when they dumpster dive. So, if you're able to, you might not have a car. We've seen, people that have done that. And even Mr. Volt too, like when he does his apartment dives, he likes to use the cart and just go for a walk around the apartment complex and pick up whatever he can. And he finds a good amount too with the cart. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We do feature a subscriber at the end of the videos, so leave a comment and we'll pick a comment for our next video. And of course, thanks for watching. Bye!